Hey everyone, it's Molly, and today we are making a vintage apple pie recipe. Specifically, we're going to make a marshmallow apple pie. I've never made this before, but it sounded really interesting. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and I will also post this recipe for you guys down below in the video's description box, so you'll have it if you want to make it, and then there's a recipe right there too. So let's get started. Okay, so this seems to be a pretty quick pie recipe. I already have my apples peeled and sliced. Dan did that for me, and so my pastry shell is not baked. I will leave a link in the video's description box to my favorite pie crust recipe. It's shortening and butter, it's just really good. So basically, you just line your pie plate with your pie crust, and then you just throw your peeled and sliced apples in there. Slice them thin enough and try to make them uniform slices so they all bake evenly. And then you mix your sugar, nutmeg, and salt, and then pour it on top, and then just dot the top with some butter, and then throw it in the oven. So it's pretty quick. I'm excited to see what this tastes like. I wouldn't normally pair marshmallow and apple together. I've never thought about putting those two flavors together. Oh, hi, kitty. So I'm pretty excited to see how this tastes. I think it's kind of an interesting flavor combination. I know you want to go outside, but you can't. Sorry, my cat's meowing. So we will see. Anyways, without further ado, let me get the rest of this video going. And here I am mixing up the not cinnamon, good lord. There's no cinnamon in this. I think that's kind of strange. It's just nutmeg. The nutmeg, sugar, and salt mixture. And it doesn't give an amount for salt. It just says few grain. So I just did a little sprinkle of it. I probably should have just tried to measure it out. Done a quarter teaspoon or something. But just a quick sprinkle of salt, and it's only a half cup of sugar, and it said to use tart apples, so I used Granny Smith, and my apples were huge. The recipe called for 6 or 7. I used five huge apples, and that filled up my pie tin, so I think we're good. Okay, so you just sprinkle this over the top. It's pretty easy. At first I was thinking, God, I don't know if this is going to be enough sugar to sweeten these tart apples, but I think it should be okay. I mean, we're going to trust the process here. I think it should be enough sugar. I think it'll be sweet enough, and I think it will be good. So hopefully, I mean, there's going to be marshmallows melted on top, so I think it's going to be plenty sweet. So let me speed the rest of this up for you guys. And then my oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and basically you bake this until the apples are tender and the crust is browned, and then you take it out, you top it with the halved marshmallows, and then you reduce the oven heat to 325, and then you bake it until it's browned. Dan cut these apples kind of thick, so I'm going to give it 40 minutes until I check on it. So just keep checking on it until you can stick a fork through the apples and your crust is brown. Okay, so my pie was in the oven for about an hour. I did tent it with some foil because I didn't want the crust to burn. And the recipe calls for 12 large marshmallows cut in half. I thought I had large marshmallows, but it turns out I have a billion bags of mini marshmallows for some reason. And I'm not running to the store at 5 p.m. on a Sunday. So we're going to use mini marshmallows. I'm using about a third of a standard size bag, I'd say. I didn't measure, just enough to give the top a nice covering. And then I reduced the heat on my oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pop this back into the oven until those marshmallows are brown. That'll probably take less than 10 minutes, I'd imagine. So let's finish this up, and then it says to serve the pie warm, but we're going to eat dinner before we eat this. I'm sure it'll still be warm by the time we're done with dinner. So let's see how this goes. Right, Dan?
So what kind of slop we got here today, Molly?
Marshmallow apple pie.
That sounds disgusting.
No, I don't.
It looks pretty bad.
Well, it looked better when it came out of the oven. It looks, yeah, serve this pie right away. It does not keep its shape when cut while warm, so If that's important to you, just FYI. Okay, I'm gonna back up so I can actually. It doesn't have cinnamon in it, it only has nutmeg. What do you think? Don't leave us hanging. What do you think? You like it? Is it good?
It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
actually really surprised. I thought this was going to taste like garbage. But it's actually really good.
Really? Give me a little something. I want to try that.
Get your own piece.
Come on. We haven't even eaten dinner yet. Oh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah. The marshmallows give it like an extra sweetness I don't think I've ever had on an apple
I've
pie
never had
before. It's
marshmallows
delicious.
on apple pie before. On any pie, I don't think. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty basic. It tastes like apples, tastes like marshmallows, and it tastes like nutmeg. So, and it's not too sweet, surprisingly. There's only a half a cup of sugar in the whole pie, and then just topped with marshmallows. So you still get a lot of tartness of the Granny Smith apple, but it's not too sweet. See, Dan's a pie connoisseur. You like that? He does. All right. Well, so this pie's a winner, and it comes from the Searchlight Recipe Book, which is from 1952. Our last copyright, 1952, I believe. Copyright 1931, 1937, 1952. I always just go with the latest date. Oh wow, Dan's okay. Well, do you?
I'm hungry, and this is delicious. I'm going to eat it.
Okay, well, you know, if you guys make this pie, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of it. And so, I hope to see you guys in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.